So I was busy with my home chores, as you know. So I didn't have enough money. You didn't have enough time.
Okay. Well, it seems that you didn't have enough money because this is what you've been thinking about most of the time.
No, I didn't have enough money because I am still I didn't receive my salary.
Okay, your payment for this month.
Yeah.
How long have you been waiting for the payment?
On after tomorrow.
Yeah, but my question is, how long have you been waiting for your payment?
Yeah. I'm waiting for 2.
2 months? You've been waiting for your payment for 2 months?
No, I received every month.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but my question to you is this: How long?
Yeah.
How long have you been waiting for your payment, for your salary? كم يوم صاركم منتظرينه?
Yeah, it is clear.
Okay, so my question to you is, how long have you been waiting for your salary?
I think I answered for this question. I'm waiting
1 month?
about 1 month. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you told me that you have been reading for the topics that I told you about. Now, I will give you some time to tell me in details what you've been reading in details.
Oh.
Can you do that now?
Yeah.
Perfect. So let's start with this lovely conversation here tonight. We are going to talk about some of the topics that I told you to prepare for our meeting for tonight.
Yeah.
So I would like to invite you to do a little bit of presentation about the kind of topics that you read about.
Okay.
Great. Let's start.
I was searching on YouTube and reading about immigration. Immigration is a positive thing.
Mm-hmm.
I read a lot of topics about this, and I like it. So I read that immigration.
Mm-hmm.
Immigration for when the people searching about study on when they
migrate, okay, or immigrate. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, immigrate. Yeah, migrate to one region. To another, from one region to another,
Mm-hmm.
to searching about study and environment and love and fleeing war.
Mm-hmm.
Fleeing war or persecution.
Okay.
So yeah. So when they didn't have rights of their country, and there are immigration called economic.
Economic economic immigration. So for economical purposes, yeah,
economic immigration, when the people remove from one region to another. So in my country, I see lots of people immigrate out because of our situation in our country. So let's jump on the last topics.
Perfect.
I was reading about citizens carrying guns make society safer. I read that when the people carrying guns sometimes is true and sometimes is wrong, because when all the people are carrying guns, that is cause the waste. So the crying the guns, say self proper to save their property. So especially in my country, the situation is so dangerous, and should the people some of people should carry the gun, especially the people who work in especially in the private place.
So, based on what I understood from your conversation and your defense here, that people are allowed to carry guns. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, but I mean, first of all, thank you so much for your defense. And I have to say that I disagree with you here. And I disagree with you so we can have a conversation. But I disagree with you on the principle that if everybody carries gun, or if everybody carries guns in the streets, there is no principle of safety going to happen in the society, because people can get very easily triggered on or sparked out, or somebody can get on their nerves quite easily and upset them or turn them kind of angry, and that is going to cause a little bit of fight, and that might escalate to become more dangerous by having both of them shoot against each other. So how do you defend the idea that carrying guns can be safe to society?
Yeah, the people, some people should carry gun. As you know,
no, Aya, this is something quite serious, and actually, when we talk about it, we need to understand that when we say some people, we have to identify this group of people. Like, we are not going to just haphazardly say, well, some people, quote unquote, have to carry guns. Like, what kind of people? Militia, government, private sector, security companies, Halliburton, British Columbia, Queen Elizabeth. We don't know who's carrying gun. Like, when you say some people, you gotta identify the group of people that have the legal jurisdiction to carry guns or the authorization to carry guns.
I mean, in another country.
Okay.
In the United States.
I'm not talking about the United States. I'm not talking about United States right now. You mentioned that some people should carry guns. I want you to choose this category of people. Like, who are those people?
Yeah. I mean that the people who work in the private place, such in the
Okay, let's just stop talking about carrying guns, because this is probably something sensitive to talk about right now due to what is currently happening. Let's move back one step to talking about immigration. I have a few questions, if you allow me to ask you, and these questions are related to immigration. First question, why do people emigrate to other countries? And let's make a study case of Iraq. Why do people emigrate to other countries? You do not have to talk in with very, very specific details, but generally speaking, why do people emigrate to other countries? What's the reason for that? 3 minutes you have to talk.
People emigrate from one to another country because they are searching about study or environment or fleeing war or persecution. And the situation in our country is very dangerous. So the people persecute to go to another country.
Okay, that's let me stop here and discuss a few things that are related to language within the theme of conversation about immigration. Now, when we talk about immigration is a topic, correct? It's a topic for discussion. موضوع للنقاش. Now, why do we talk about immigration here? The question is, the answer, we need to develop some good conversation about immigration, because this is in English, and this is English course, this is English conversation. We need to boost up our English skills by being able to talk about a variety of topics. Now, when you mention the idea of immigration, I really highly suggest that you keep in mind, you focus on three major aspects or principles or reasons or points to talk about. So point number one, for example, people emigrate because they want to seek better security. Second, people want to immigrate for sake of retirement. Third point, people escape the countries because they are afraid of persecution. Now, when you mention these 3 points, you need to give some introduction, Aya, about each one of them. Do you understand? So when you say, for example, point number one, people escape the country for some security problems that they face in this country, such as persecution. Point. Now, this is the head of the discussion. But what's about the content? Give me examples. Give me details. Show me how you experience that. تحدثي لي عن تجربتك، تحدثي لي عن شلون الأمثلة تصير على هذا الموضوع ضمن البوينت نمبر 1. من نروح للبوينت نمبر 2 لا تروحي لها انتقالة مباشرة، لازم أكو فد جوينت بالإنجليزي اللي يسموه هذا شو يسوي؟ يسهل عملية التركيز من الطرف المقابل على conversation مالتك. فإحنا مثلا and second in addition furthermore in addition to that in conclusion therefore later after that. هذه انتقالات، هذه يسمونها connectors. so يعني خلينا نسميها connectors، تربط الفكرة الأولى بالفكرة الثانية بحيث الطرف المقابل is focusing on what's going on. He's not missing your point. So اللي لاحظته حاليا، خلينا نتدرب شوي على هاي النقطة لأن احنا نتحدث على theme of immigration. اللي لاحظته انه انت ناقشت الفكرة الأولى بس ما تطرقتي التفاصيل. هي صحيح اوكي هو point of discussion، بس أنا ما يهمني هذا الموضوع حقيقة. يعني أنا يهمني content, language content. I don't care about whether we talk about immigration, if we talk about bacteria, if we talk about anything in the world. No, I care about the quality of language that you use, incorporate to back up your defense with or against this topic. هذا اللي يهمني. Keep that in mind. I'll ask you the second question. What is the reason from any country? It's the same as the first question. I am just rephrasing it in a better way so you can get a sense. شنو السبب اللي يخلي شخص يهاجر من بلد؟
The internet is interrupted.
تسمعيني حاليا؟
Yeah, can you hear me? Hear you.
شنو السبب اللي يخلي واحد يهاجر من بلد؟ هذا السؤال. What is the reason that makes certain people escape or emigrate from their countries? It is the same as the question number 1, but I just want you to think a little bit about it. Beef it up مثل ما نقول. Beef it up يعني جاء من كلمة beef it up يعني يقوي, strengthen it. It's an informal expression. I just want you to go back to this question and just kind of like think of how you can back it up with some evidence from your personal experience.
Yeah. The reason when the people immigrate from region to another for all kinds of reasons, such as retirement. The reason one.
Reason number 1.
The first one.
Reason number 1. Yeah.
The reason number 1. Retirement, study, or fleeing war, or persecution.
Persecution. No, stop here. You said retirement.
Persecution.
You said stop here. You said retirement, you said persecution, and you said study. Now, I want you to give 3 stories about persecution, retirement, and study. These stories can be details from your personal experience. These stories can be something that is related to one of your to one of your friends who traveled because of study or something like that. Now this gives better solidity. احنا من نتحدث عن باللغة الإنجليزية، ما أعرف بالنسبة للغة العربية، باللغة الإنجليزية حتى نتحدث يكون الحديث اللي نتحدث به مو رأي، يكون عبارة عن حقائق مثبتة، لازم يكون عندنا examples بيها و details، ويحتاج لنا evidence. هذا evidence ممكن يكون دليل حتى يثبت الحجة على أنه إحنا اللي نقوله صح. لاحظي أنه أنت بجدال وياي حاليا، أنت بجدال، يعني أنت شكو مقولة تقوليها أنا راح أختلف وياك عليها لحد ما تقنعيني أنه the point that you say is correct, the point I'm saying maybe not exact. You see the point? This is what I want to understand you. The kind of conversation that we have has no value if it has no evidence. It is just going to be sheer opinion. It is going to be just mere opinion. And this is not acceptable. I want you to think of what kind of solid evidence you can use in order to back what you want to say.
Yeah.
Let's shift since we're practicing. Let's shift. I don't want to overtake your conversation here. Is immigration from one country to another a problem? In what ways do you see it as a problem? For example, have you heard about the immigration of Mexicans into the United States?
Yeah. Immigration sometimes is good, and when the people immigration means that when someone moves from one region to another in search of better living and a job opportunities, so when they search about a study, a good study, and a good study and a good
living conditions. المصطلح اللي نستعمله هنا هو living conditions. I like your answer. I just want you to elaborate more when I ask you the next question. You notice here, I started to notice that you have very good language. You just don't give your chance to yourself to elaborate more, to speak more. That's the problem. I want you to think about how you can incorporate more conversation in what we are thinking about and what we are talking about here. Do you know any immigrants?
Yeah. I have two of my friends immigrate to the United States. They live now in Houston, Texas. Yeah, they immigrate 2 years ago. So they arrive to the Oman and they stay there 1 year. So immigrate to the United States. And I have one of my friend in I forget Nelson.
Austria. We call it Austria.
Austria.
إذا تتذكرين أستراليا راح تتذكرين النمسا. إذا نسيتي النمسا تذكري أستراليا هي أوستريا على وزن أستراليا.
Yeah.
أستراليا. أستراليا.
Austria.
Australia.
Yeah.
This is a good way we can أو أكو
I like
أكو
it.
آية أكو أبحاث باللغة تقول أنه الدماغ عنده mental model، يعني نموذج عقلي. هذا النموذج العقلي يخزن به أي شيء له علاقة باللغة. فمثلا احنا بدنا نتحدث عن حفظ المفردات. السؤال هو الدماغ عبارة عن خلايا، شلون يحفظ المفردات؟
صح.
اكو بعض الباحثين يقول الخلية تحفظ المفردة على شكل شجرة او على شكل عناقيد، احنا نسميها النودز. طبعا هي نظرية، وهاي النظرية احنا طبعا لانه ما نقدر نشرح الخلية ونشوف شلون الرسم، يعني صعبة جدا. الفكرة وين؟
صح.
الفكرة انه هاي الخلية تحفظ المعلومة وأي شيء مرتبط بهاي المعلومة. For example أنا إذا أذكر كلمة فيل طبعا دا أذكر هسه احنا بدنا نتحدث عن mental model اللغة العربية مو اللغة الإنجليزية. If I talk about elephant I will think of elephant. شنو راح يجي ببالي؟ size big، راح يجي color grey اللون، راح يجي عندي tusk. فذني الكلمات راح يصيرن يتأكتفن، they will become active just in case the brain needs any one of these vocabulary to be said in the context of emergency. Now if I think of, for example, Iraq, I would think of politics, I would think of explosions, I would think of Google Maps, I would think of demonstrations, I would think of persecution, I would think of killing, I would think of silences and guns, and these are words that are clustered يعني صار على شكل عناقيد in the brain, in the nerves of the brain. هذه بعض النظريات تدعم هاي الفكرة. من عندهم اللي احنا عندنا ستيفن بينكر اللي هو عالم cognitive scientist اللي هو يشتغل بمعهد MIT. الو مرحبا. يس. فالفكرة وين؟ الفكرة انه هذا mental model طبعا هو للموضوع ترابط. فاحنا شلون نستفيد من هذه الفكرة؟ How do we make use of this idea? If you want to learn something, first it has to be something that you have background about. يعني عندك خلفية عنه. Second, you should connect it with your life. It should be relevant to something that is related to your life. And it should be something that is related to your field of interest. يعني المجال اهتمامكم. For example, كلمة أستراليا أنا متأكد ما راح تنسيها نهائيا لأن راح تتذكرين أستراليا. أستراليا ممكن راح يصير خلط، يعني يصير cross بين كلمة وكلمة، فيصير أكو misspelling بالموضوع، بس this is something quite common.